I had just delivered my second baby, and I came out of the C-section, and it was about 30 minutes. I knew I didn't feel right, and I knew it because I was having a hard time concentrating. I was having a hard time talking, and I just felt this level of fatigue that I had not felt 2 years prior with my first baby. Mm-hmm. So as I sat with that, I finally said, I called my nurse and I said, something isn't right. And she said, you look fine, Bayo. Everything looks normal. This is how you're supposed to feel. So I sat with that for a little bit longer, and it started to get worse. So I reached out to her again, and she said, this is completely normal. You are experiencing everything that you should. And I'll never forget, as she exited the room, it started to get worse. I started to feel a pain that I'd never felt in my life. And so I asked my husband to call my doctor, and I was lucky to have the privilege of having his number, thank you, in my phone. And so he called and said, something's wrong with Bayo. My doctor came over, and he knew something wasn't right. And at that point, I could barely articulate what was happening. Next thing I know, I go to I'm sent to the OR. I found that I'm bleeding internally. I'm transfused multiple units of blood. I was hospitalized for weeks. And so in that moment, I nearly lost my life. Wow.
And knowing something was wrong.
I knew something was wrong. And so this work that I do is not only just a part of this, it's personal. Mm-hmm. I want to help as many people as I can, and especially women and Black women, be able to have that voice, because I know what it's like, and I nearly became that statistic. So if I can share my story in hopes that statistic that you hear, you can have an image behind it. Because this is a hospital that I work as a physician and a medical director. So the staff knew me for years, but it didn't matter.
Right.